Greetings, Capricorn, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. This is a general reading for Capricorn people, and this is for the month of April 2017. So Capricorn, I am not an astrologer, but there are some astrological or planetary energies that you need to be aware of, because they are going to shine a light or they're going to be aligned with the light from the tarot cards and that the spirit guide is sharing with us. So Capricorn, to start your month, I see that Venus is retrograde in your 4th house. Venus is the planet that deals with money, creativity, passion, love, and the things that you value. When Venus is retrograde, it means that it's going very slowly as it's transiting a particular house for your particular individual astrological sign. This time, it's beginning in the 4th house, which is the house of your foundations, family, structure, roots, genealogy. And then it's going to go retrograde into your 3rd house, which is the house of communications and also could be learning. So we're looking at Venus shining a light, causing you to pay more attention to learning, your household, your structure, your roots, your environment, your genealogy, who you are, what you're doing. Are you making the right decision? Do you want to continue living in this location? Do you want to continue living here? Or are you ready to make some moves? And one of the moves has something to do with going back to school, I can see. All right, or the possibility of you going back to school and acquiring some more skills. And no matter how old you are, Capricorn family members, it's never too late to learn new skills. On April the 10th, Mercury, which is the planet that deals with communication, intelligence, and travel, Mercury is going retrograde in your 5th house and then back into your 4th house. So let's start with the 5th house. The 5th house for Capricorns, the 5th house for you, is the house that deals with pleasure, fun, things that give you pleasure, things that make you feel good. So Mercury is causing you to look closely at those things and look closely at things that are being said or communicated. It's also an opportunity, or it's also a time when the planets are causing you to look at how you spend your time, look at how you spend your money, look at how you spend your energy. Are you happy doing those things? Are you doing enough of those things? Do you need to do more? And then as Mercury goes back into your 4th house, Mercury again is asking you to think about your 4th house. Think about your roots and your structure. Think about your foundation. Think about whether or not you are really good right now where you are, or is there a need for a change? April the 11th, the full moon, will bring things to a head, will bring things to surface in your 10th house. Interesting enough, the 10th house it's at the top of the astrological charts, and the 10th house deals with identity. It deals with how you are seen, identified. It deals with your reputation. So how do people see you? How do you see yourself? That's your 10th house, and those are 10th house matters. And the interesting thing is that when the full moon is in your 10th house, Capricorn, it is also there joined with Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet for expansion. So it is really a good time. It is really a time when you really cannot avoid looking at how you feel about yourself, your self-image. It will certainly bring changes to your identity, or changes in question to your identity, I should say. On April the 26th, there's a new moon in your 5th house. The The new moon now brings fresh starts, new beginnings. Certainly could bring a romantic interest. It could be a love interest as far as you even being more in love with yourself. It could be a time when you're going to be reminiscent about your childhood or going back to think about some of the things that used to make you happy, or generally speaking, going back mentally or psychologically saying, well, let me go back and finish some of the things that I started, or let me go back and pick up with some of those creative ideas that I used to have. All right, Capricorn, I'm not an astrologer, so I can't give you a full astrological reading, but I did want to highlight some of those dynamics for the month of April. Now let's look at your tarot spread. I've already invoked my spirit guide to bless the tarot cards and to shed a light on some things for Capricorns. Capricorns, please keep in mind this is a general reading. Everything during this reading will not resonate with everybody, and everything doesn't apply to everyone. However, there are some really strong energies coming through, and I do want to share them with you. Capricorn, I do see where there was a financial offer that went awry. That financial offer, or an offer for money, an offer for promotion or for a job, it has gone awry, it has gone sour. You have not achieved the favorable response or the favorable motion that you wanted. And because of that, Capricorn, you're in a position right now where you really are going to have to watch your resources. You really are going to have to watch your resources and budget. But Capricorns, you are quite capable of doing that. Capricorns, I do see a female energy. So this could be you if you are the female energy Capricorn person, or it could be you as a masculine energy person in Capricorn needing to heed the advice of a wise female energy who's attempting to give you instruction, sort of like a mother, or sort of like a wisdom instruction. There's wisdom that is being offered to you, and you need to hear it. For those of you, once again, who are the female energy, you need to heed your own advice that you give other people. Capricorns, I do see you at a crossroad, and I do see you having a hard time making a decision. However, you are going to have to make a very serious decision right now. You're being required and you're being advised to make that decision. I also see some news that you've just received, Capricorn people, and that news has not been so pleasant, has not been the greatest of information that you would love to receive, but that's okay. We're going to move through this and we're going to come out on the other side. Capricorns, I do see where there was a love that was offered to you that has gone sour as well. So it's not a bad reading, it's just indicating some energies. So Capricorn, I do see where there's a love offer, and the love offer either was not accepted by you, or you were making a love offer to somebody and it was not accepted by them. Once again, because this is a general reading, it is difficult to pinpoint the energy for you specifically, but I do see a love interest that has gone sour. And part of that love interest going sour has a lot to do with you trying to get some firm footing on your future and your plans for your future and the next thing that you should do with your life. Capricorn energies are really in a position where you really do, though, need to take the leap of faith. Capricorn family members, you've been hesitant to make a decision, to make the next step. You are being advised, and you are being advised rather earnestly, to take the leap of faith. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and step out on faith, because I do see where your guardian angel, the guardian spirit of your ancestors and of those saints around you, I do see where they're watching over you as you go forward. In addition, Capricorn family members, I do see where you were in a position or you were in a place where your money's tight, and I do see even some of you feeling as though you're really having a hard time handling your money. I do see that, but in your future, I do see you're going to be in a position where you're going to be able to look at your resources. So I see you stacking your money. I do see you able to bank money. I do see your money building. I do see money that is going to be accumulated. So Capricorns, make the next step, take the leap of faith, and as you do that, I do see money that you're going to have to be able to put aside. You're going to be able to hold on to some of your resources, and your money is going to grow. Capricorn family members, I do see where there has been a loss, but you are advised by the spirit guide. The advice is whatever you lost is going to come back to you in abundance. Whatever you lost is going to come back to you in abundance. So Capricorn family members, if you are a female, the female energy in the Capricorn family, there is advisement that you should get a health checkup. So I do see where there could be some issues with your female health that you might need to look into. So if you've been negligent or hesitant about getting the checkup, your annual or your semi-annual checkup, you need to go forward and do that. In addition, Capricorn family members, if you are the masculine energy, I do see where there's a creative project that you are attempting to start, and you're going to have to put more energy into it. So this is a general reading, and it is difficult, as I said, to pinpoint exactly the information that's exactly and fitting for you. But I do see, generally speaking, I do see that there's a female energy or a creative energy that is going in the opposite direction from, rather going in the opposite direction and not being fruitful. The indication from that means that if you are the female energy, please get the checkup. And the other aspect could be that if you are the masculine energy, then you need to put more energy and more power behind those creative projects that you're working on, because they're not coming to fruition right now. But I do see a happy ending. I do see, as you're growing financially, Capricorn family, I do see you're coming to a place where you're going to feel whole again. I do see you coming to a place where you're going to be able to sit and smile and enjoy your resources. I do see that. I do see, Capricorn family members, that you are being advised to pamper yourself, spend some time with yourself and on yourself. I see where if that's being advised for the general Capricorn population, that means that that advice is strong and powerful and needs to be heeded. So Capricorn family members, you have not been paying close enough attention to your own individual needs. Go to a spa, change your hair, do your nails, get your eyebrows done, whether you're the masculine energy or the female energy. Get a massage. Buy yourself something nice that will make you feel happy. I do see a frustration right now. I do see a frustration about your job and about your 9 to 5, so to speak. Your daily routine needs to be revamped, and I see that. I also see, though, some of you Capricorn family members are involved in an unhealthy relationship. Now, for some of you, this could be an unhealthy relationship with yourself. And the reason why I say that is because that card for the unhealthy relationship is coming on top of the card that indicates you should pamper yourself. So there's an unhealthy relationship that some of you Capricorn family members are involved in. That unhealthy relationship could be romantic, or it could be with yourself, having to do with too much substance, those things that make you feel elated and euphoric. You do have to make a decision, Capricorn family members, and that could be the decision regarding this unhealthy relationship, whether it's with you individually or whether it's you interdependently with somebody else. In your environment right now, Capricorns, I do see where you feel weak. I do see where you've taken a loss and it has made you feel less than whole. I do see that. The advice that's coming from the cards, the advice that's coming from my spirit guide that I have to give respect to, the advice is that in order for you to get your footing back, in order for you to regain your strength and your power, Capricorn family, you need to begin to look at things differently. And perhaps you should see the glass as half filled and not half empty. This is not a time when you should rest and cry and pity yourself. This is a time when you should look at yourself and take the advice that you so willingly offer other people and the advice that you actually have earned the wisdom of. You've actually paid your dues and earned certain wisdom, and you need to take that advice. You are worried though, Capricorn family members. You are worried. Your resources have been disturbed. I do see that. Once again, this is a general reading, not for everyone. But I do see Capricorn family members where you're feeling a loss. You're feeling out of sorts. You're feeling as if your world is kind of upside down right now, and it's going to get better. I can and I do promise you that. I do see where you're not really interested in a love relationship. I see that. I see that you're not really interested in all that. That's not on your plate right now. Nowhere in your spread does it indicate a love relationship coming. So right now, that's not part of your hopes and part of your fears. That's not part of where you are right now, and I can see that. I do see right now, Capricorn, you're coming through a little bit of a dark gray time, but you're going to come out of it. You're going to come out of it. And I do see where there's backbiting and cheating and mischievous and negative behavior, Capricorn family members. I do see that you're going to come out of it and there's going to be an end to it. So some of you out there are suffering and you're saying, when will it end? It will end soon. I do see right now that part of that ending and part of you coming out on the other side, it might be that you have to, you might not be celebrated by everyone. So perhaps the people that you looked to, that you thought were going to be supportive, maybe they may not be as supportive as they have been in the past, and maybe you need them to be more supportive and to help you get through this little gray period. But Capricorn members, you're going to come out okay. Just hold on. I do see, Capricorn family members, that you need to get out of your shell. I do see where you need to get out and mingle. You're excellent business people, and so you actually do need to come on out of your shell, let go of this negativity and this feeling of being lost. You need to take the next step, take the next chance, take the leap of faith, come out of your shell, come out of your cave. It is not the time to sit still. In addition to not sitting still, though, please be mindful of your temper, things that you might say, things that you might rush and do. Take your time, Capricorns. You are very good at being practical. So this is a time when you should really pay attention and embrace that side of yourself. Take your time. For those of you that travel, you need to wear your seatbelts. Be mindful of problems in traffic. If you're riding to work with someone who is a driver that does not make you feel comfortable, then you need to perhaps consider some other mode of transportation. In addition, the card that I'm looking at, which symbolizes irrational, erratic, and possibly dangerous movement, it is aligned with the Mercury going retrograde in your 5th house. I do see that because, once again, when Mercury, which is transportation, When it's retrograde in your 5th house, there's a possibility you're being reminded to slow down. You're being reminded that you need to take your time, particularly if you're out partying. Please be careful. Capricorn family members, you are being advised that you do need to take control and become the master of your fate. That's what's going to bring you deliverance from this gray time, from this time of coming out of an unhealthy relationship. Once again, whether it's with yourself or whether it's with another physical partner, you do have to make some decisions. The decision does require you taking the leap of faith. When you take the leap of faith, I do see you coming out with some clarity emotionally. I do see that you have to come out of your shell. I do see, don't look at others and worry about them celebrating you. You should be mindful to celebrate yourself. Take better care of yourself. This is not a time when you should go backwards. This is a time to go forward. Going backwards will only give you misery. Going backwards would only give you misery. Now, I know I said that you need to reminisce and you need to gather some information from your past, but it doesn't mean that you should go backwards. It doesn't mean that you should go back and try to patch up some things that are really not your responsibility and they're not in your bailiwick to patch them up right now. If you attempt to patch up and if you attempt to go back and fix some things that are in your past, I do see misery and strife. Capricorn family members, I do see you coming out. You do have to take control. You do have to make a decision. This has been a general reading for Capricorn family members in the month of April. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private reading where I can ask the spirit guide to show us and share with us light and information about your specific dynamics that relate to you individually, please don't hesitate to book a private reading you can reach out to me during my email. My private readings are very reasonable and they usually last between 30 and 40 minutes, as you can see. And so Capricorn family members, reach out to me please through my email, one who sees for you, and that 4 is a numeral, one who sees numeral 4, one who sees for you at yahoo.com. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Looking forward to hearing from you. Enjoy your April.